Howdy, folks. I'm Fair and Wise. Thanks for joining Consuelo and Ethan on today's episode. We're pretty sure you'll find it interesting. While you're watching, please take a moment to like our video and make a comment. Also, if you're not already, please subscribe to our channel and click the notifications bell to make sure you're informed when we release each new episode. Now, let's get on with today's program.
All right, ready to dive into something pretty cool? Today we're exploring a world where, well, cutting-edge tech meets good old-fashioned adventure, AI, and treasure hunting.
Yeah, it might sound a bit like a sci-fi movie or something, but AI is really starting to change how we discover hidden treasures. You know, everything from sunken ships to those long-lost artifacts.
I'll admit I was a little skeptical at first. I mean, does AI make treasure hunting, too easy? Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I get that. People often picture treasure hunting as this, romantic Indiana Jones kind of thing.
Right.
But the truth is it often involves years and years of research, dead ends, and a lot of luck.
So you're saying AI is more like a tool, something that helps us become more efficient treasure hunters?
Exactly. Imagine you're searching for, let's say, a hidden stash of something buried somewhere on a giant estate. Instead of just randomly digging holes all over the place, AI can help you analyze historical records, property maps, even things like subtle changes in the landscape. It's like having a super-powered research assistant who can kind of connect the dots for you and point you in the right direction.
Makes sense. Actually, we got a letter from a listener, Elliot Carter, who used AI to solve a family mystery, something that had stumped his family for generations.
Oh, yeah. Elliot's story is a great example of how AI can help uncover these secrets that are, well, hidden in plain sight. He had this old map, a family map, from the 1820s with this mysterious marking on it.
Back.
And his grandfather always said it led to a hidden stash of something, but nobody ever found anything.
So Elliot decided to try one of those AI tools that analyzes old maps.
That's right. He uploaded the map, and the AI compared it to current satellite images, looking for, those really subtle changes in the terrain that might suggest there's something buried underground.
And did it find anything?
It did. The AI flagged a small area in the woods where the ground, I guess you could say the disturbances in the ground matched what you might expect to see if something had been buried there. So Elliot and his brother went out there with metal detectors, and wouldn't you know it, they found a rusty iron box buried a couple of feet down.
No way.
Yeah.
What was inside? Gold. Pirate treasure.
Huh. Not quite pirate treasure, but a treasure nonetheless. It was full of old letters, documents, and even a few silver coins from the early 1800s. They later figured out that the stash belonged to a blacksmith who'd hidden his valuables during some kind of land dispute.
That's a pretty amazing story. It shows how AI can be used not only to find, buried riches, but also to uncover family history and connect with the past in a really meaningful way.
Yeah, it's like having a time machine powered by, algorithms.
So we've talked about the why of AI and treasure hunting. Let's get into the how. What are the tools and technology that make all this possible?
One of the key areas where AI really shines is in historical map analysis. Think about it. Old maps can be incredibly tough for us humans to understand, right?
Yeah.
They might be faded, damaged, or use, outdated techniques.
Plus, place names and landmarks can change over time, making it difficult to line them up with modern maps.
Exactly. But AI can analyze these old maps incredibly fast and with amazing accuracy. It can pinpoint things like old trade routes, abandoned settlements, or even really subtle changes in the landscape that could indicate there's something buried below.
So it's like AI can see through time.
Yeah.
It reveals what's hidden under the surface.
Yeah, in a way you could say that. And what's even more remarkable is that AI can actually compare these old maps to modern satellite images and highlight areas that have, changed significantly over the years. This is incredibly helpful for treasure hunters because it reveals those potential big sites that wouldn't be obvious just by looking.
So it's not just about what's on the old maps themselves, but about how that info overlaps with what we know about the area today.
Exactly. And that's where AI's ability to process huge amounts of data really comes into play. We're talking about combining historical maps with satellite imagery, geological surveys, even weather patterns. It all creates a multi-layered view of the landscape and its history.
Like having digital X-ray vision, right? Revealing those secrets hidden beneath the surface.
That's a great way to put it. And, it's not just limited to those land-based treasure hunts either. AI is also being used to find shipwrecks with incredible accuracy.
Oh, right. I've heard about that. How does AI help find those sunken ships?
Okay, so imagine you're trying to find a ship that sank, oh, let's say hundreds of years ago. You might have some old records like ship logs or eyewitness accounts, but those can be incomplete or even unreliable.
And the ocean is huge. Currents can move a shipwreck miles and miles from where it actually sank.
Exactly. But AI can analyze those historical records alongside oceanographic data like current patterns, the shape of the seabed, even historical weather data. It can predict the most likely location of a shipwreck.
So it's like having a digital oceanographer, right? Narrowing down the search area and pointing you to the most promising spots. That's amazing. So like AI is a high-tech detective using data to crack these historical mysteries. I'm really starting to see how this technology could revolutionize treasure hunting. But what about the actual exploration part? Does AI have a role to play in that too?
Absolutely. AI is being integrated into some amazing tools that are changing how we explore both on land and underwater.
Okay, I'm hooked. Tell me more about these high-tech tools.
One of the coolest developments is the use of AI-powered drones for aerial surveys. Picture a drone equipped with LIDAR, light detection and ranging.
LIDAR. That rings a bell, but
I
I
know.
can't quite.
LIDAR is this remote sensing technology that uses lasers to create these super detailed 3D maps.
Okay, now I remember. I've heard of it being used for self-driving cars and mapping forests. But how does that apply to treasure hunting?
Well, when a LiDAR-equipped drone flies over an area, it can see through dense vegetation and can even reveal what's hidden underground. This is a game changer for treasure hunters. It can uncover buried structures, ancient roads, even subtle differences in the soil that might indicate, hey, there's a good spot to dig right here.
So it's like having X-ray vision from the sky, right? It shows all those features you wouldn't be able to see from the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And the best part is these AI-powered drones can analyze that LiDAR data in real time, creating those 3D maps and pinpointing potential points of interest as they're flying. It's like having a digital archaeologist up in the sky, guiding your exploration from above.
This is all sounding less like Indiana Jones and more like, well, futuristic sci-fi. But I gotta ask, with all this tech, is there still a human element to treasure hunting? Or does AI just do everything for you?
That's a great question. AI can definitely enhance our abilities and make treasure hunting way more efficient, but it doesn't replace that human element of, the adventure, the intuition, that historical knowledge.
So it's more like AI is our partner in exploration, not a replacement for human expertise.
Exactly. The AI might give you clues, nudge you in the right direction, but it's still up to the treasure hunter to interpret that data, make decisions, and ultimately make the discoveries.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Mm.
I was worried AI would take all the fun out of treasure hunting, but it sounds more like it helps us, boosts our abilities and helps us unlock secrets that might have stayed hidden forever.
It's about using technology to deepen our connection to the past, and I think making the thrill of the hunt even more rewarding.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about how AI can analyze maps, find specific spots, and even guide our explorations. But what about those ancient texts? Can AI help us unlock the secrets in those centuries-old writings?
Definitely. That's where natural language processing comes in, NLP.
Right.
It's a branch of AI that focuses on, helping computers understand, interpret, and even generate human language.
So it's like teaching computers to read and understand ancient scrolls.
Exactly. Imagine trying to decipher a faded scroll in a language that's been, dead for centuries. It could take human experts years, maybe even decades, to fully translate and understand it.
That sounds incredibly tedious and, well, time-consuming.
Oh, it is. But with NLP, AI can analyze those texts way faster and much more efficiently. It can spot patterns, translate words, and even understand the context and meaning behind the writing.
So it's like a digital Rosetta Stone,
Yeah.
helping us unlock the knowledge hidden in those ancient texts.
That's a great way to put it. And the possibilities are, pretty incredible. Imagine using AI to decipher lost scrolls that contain historical accounts, scientific discoveries, maybe even clues to hidden treasures.
This is fascinating. It sounds like AI is opening a whole new world of possibilities for, well, everyone really, from treasure hunters to historians. But I'm curious about the potential downsides too. Are there any risks AI poses to treasure hunting or archaeology?
That's an important question, and it's one we need to consider as this technology gets more powerful and, more common. There's always a risk that any tool can be misused.
Right.
AI is no different.
So what are some of the concerns people have about AI and treasure hunting?
One of the biggest ones is that AI might make it easier for, well, looters to target and exploit archaeological sites.
Yeah.
If AI can help pinpoint potential treasure spots, it could also be used by people with, shall we say, less than noble intentions.
I see your point. We don't want AI to turn treasure hunting into a free-for-all.
Hmm.
People just digging up historically important sites without any care for preservation.
Exactly. That's why it's super important to have clear ethical guidelines and regulations in place for using AI in treasure hunting. We need to make sure this technology is used responsibly and that archaeological sites are protected.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Encouraging discovery while still safeguarding our history.
Absolutely. It's a conversation that needs to involve everyone, from archaeologists to policymakers to, treasure hunting communities and the public. We have to work together to make sure AI is used for good and that the thrill of discovery goes hand in hand with preserving our cultural heritage.
Well said. This has been an incredible deep dive so far. We've learned how AI is helping us analyze maps, find shipwrecks, even decode those ancient texts. It's obvious this tech has the power to completely change the way we explore the past.
And we're only just getting started. The potential for AI in treasure hunting is huge. I, for one, am excited to see what the future holds for this fascinating field.
Me too. I can't wait to dig even deeper into this world of AI and treasure hunting. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll explore some of those amazing discoveries that have already been made using this technology and look ahead to what the future might hold. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we were chatting about how AI is shaking up the world of treasure hunting, everything from analyzing those old maps to figuring out what ancient texts actually say. But now I think it's time to bring this all to life with some real examples, some stories from the field.
I'm all for that. I love a good treasure tale, especially when it involves some cool tech. So what kind of discoveries are we talking about here?
Well, let's start with something that's always captured the imagination, for centuries. Shipwrecks. The ocean floor is like a giant treasure chest of history, and AI is helping us unlock those underwater mysteries in ways we never thought possible.
Okay, you've got my attention. Tell me about a specific shipwreck that was found using AI. What kind of ship was it? Where was it? Give me the details.
All right, picture this. A Spanish galleon packed with gold, silver, emeralds, the whole 9 yards, lost at sea for, over 300 years. That's the story of the San Jose, a legendary ship that sank off the coast of Colombia back in 1708.
The San Jose. Isn't that supposed to be one of the most valuable shipwrecks ever?
It is, and for centuries, its exact location was a total mystery. I mean, countless treasure hunters and expeditions have searched for it. Then, a few years back, a team of researchers decided to try something new, using AI to analyze historical data.
Interesting. What kind of data did they use?
Yeah.
Old maps, ship logs.
All of that, plus more. They pulled together a ton of info, the ship's planned route, eyewitness accounts from when it sank, old weather data, oceanographic charts, even details about the types of cannons and anchors they used on Spanish galleons back then.
Wow, that's a lot of information. How did they make sense of it all?
That's where the AI magic comes in. They use these machine learning algorithms to sift through all that data, looking for patterns, connections, anything that might point to the San Jose's final resting place.
Did it actually work? Did the AI find the shipwreck?
It did. The AI managed to really narrow down the search area, and in 2015, they finally found the wreck of the San Jose right where the AI predicted it would be.
That's incredible. It just shows the power of AI, to look at these massive amounts of data and make connections that we humans just couldn't do on our own.
It really does. And the discovery of the San Jose, that's not a one-off. AI is being used to find shipwrecks all over the place, from the Arctic to the Caribbean.
That makes me wonder, are there any ethical concerns with these discoveries? I mean, these shipwrecks are part of our history. We don't want them just plundered for profit.
That's a really good point. And it's something that archaeologists and historians are really wrestling with, especially as AI makes it easier to find these underwater treasures. It's a tough balance to strike, that excitement of discovery and the responsibility to preserve these sites for future generations.
So it's not just about finding the shipwrecks, but making sure they're studied and protected the right way.
Right. There's a lot of discussion right now about how to use AI in a way that benefits both science and history. Some experts think AI could actually help preserve these wrecks by creating detailed 3D models, before anyone even touches them.
That's a really cool idea. Like creating a digital record of the site before any salvage work potentially damages it.
Exactly. And those 3D models, they can be used for research, education, even virtual tours. People all over the world could experience these underwater wonders without actually disturbing the sites themselves.
What a fantastic way to share the excitement of these discoveries while making sure they're around for future generations.
And it's not just shipwrecks. AI is making waves on land too. Think about vast, unexplored areas like, say, the Amazon rainforest.
Oh, wow. Now, the Amazon, that's a place I've always been fascinated by, so mysterious and full of life. But what does treasure hunting have to do with the rainforest?
Well, archaeologists have long suspected that there are ancient settlements hidden beneath that dense canopy, lost cities swallowed by the jungle over time.
Lost cities. That sounds like something straight out of Indiana Jones. But how would anyone even begin to find those?
Again, that's where AI shines. Archaeologists are using AI to analyze satellite images of the Amazon, looking for those really subtle shifts in vegetation patterns that might hint at man-made structures hidden beneath the trees.
So it's like having an AI archaeologist scanning the whole rainforest from space.
You got it. And the results are pretty mind-blowing. AI has helped find a bunch of previously unknown settlements, some thought to be thousands of years old.
No way. That's incredible. It's like AI is peeling back the layers of the jungle, revealing these hidden chapters in human history.
It really is. And those discoveries, they could change how we understand ancient Amazonian cultures and their connection to the rainforest.
It's amazing to think that we're still making discoveries like this today. Makes you wonder what else is out there just waiting to be uncovered, right?
Yeah.
Maybe AI will be the key.
I think so. The potential for AI in archaeology is just, well, it's enormous. For example, there's this growing field of AI-assisted excavation. They're using robots equipped with AI systems to carefully excavate and document archaeological sites.
Robot archaeologists. That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. What are the benefits of using robots for that kind of work?
Well, there are quite a few. First, robots can work nonstop. They don't need breaks or sleep. And they can handle those dangerous environments that would be risky for humans, like collapsed tunnels or unstable structures.
That makes a lot of sense. And they're super precise too, right?
Exactly. These AI-powered robots can carry out these incredibly delicate tasks, like carefully removing layers of soil or extracting fragile artifacts. The level of precision is just something humans would struggle to match. Plus, they can document everything they find in real time, building this digital record of the entire process.
So it's not about replacing archaeologists, but about giving them these powerful new tools to do their work even better.
Exactly. That's really the key takeaway here. AI isn't here to take over archaeology or treasure hunting. It's here to help us, to see things we might miss and to ultimately make those new discoveries that push our understanding of the past even further.
Well said. Now, I'm curious about the future of AI in treasure hunting. What trends and technologies are you most excited about?
One area with huge potential, I think, is combining AI with virtual and augmented reality. We've talked about AR and those immersive treasure hunts, but imagine taking it a step further, creating virtual reconstructions of ancient sites, lost cities.
Whoa, instead of just reading about these places or seeing pictures, we could actually step inside them virtually, experience what it was like to walk those streets centuries ago.
Exactly. AI could be used to create these insanely detailed, realistic virtual environments based on, archaeological data and historical records. And with the rise of the metaverse and all these immersive technologies, these experiences could become something anyone can access.
That would be mind-blowing. It would revolutionize how we learn about history, how we connect to the past. And imagine the possibilities for treasure hunting. You could search for clues within a virtual version of an ancient temple.
Haha, I love that idea. And it's not that far-fetched. We're already seeing AI-powered virtual assistants and guides that can help us navigate and explore these virtual worlds.
It's like having your own digital Indiana Jones right there with you, taking you on an adventure through these virtual worlds.
Exactly. And what's even cooler is that these virtual environments, they could be constantly updated as new discoveries are made, so it becomes this ever-evolving experience.
This is all super exciting. I can't wait to see what the future holds for AI and treasure hunting. But before we get too lost in the metaverse, let's come back down to Earth for a minute and talk about the real-world impact. How do you see AI changing the way people actually do treasure hunting?
Well, I think one of the biggest changes will be around accessibility. Treasure hunting, it's often seen as something for, the wealthy or those with a lot of specialized knowledge and equipment. But AI has the potential to, level the playing field, making it more accessible to anyone with a smartphone or a computer.
That's a great point. I can see how AI could give amateur treasure hunters the same kind of tools that professionals have, for data analysis and research.
Exactly. Imagine an app where you could upload an old family map and have AI analyze it, looking for potential treasure spots. Or a website that scours through historical records using AI and pinpoints promising areas for metal detecting.
That would be amazing. It would open up so many possibilities for amateur treasure hunters and history buffs. It would be like having, a personal AI researcher right in your pocket.
That's what I find so amazing about AI. It empowers people, it takes complex info and makes it accessible. And in the world of treasure hunting, I think that could lead to a ton of new discoveries as more people join the hunt.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a treasure hunter. But with all this talk about AI and fancy tools, I think it's important to remember that there's still a human element to all of this. It's not just about the technology. It's about the thrill of the chase, the joy of discovery, the connection to history.
Couldn't agree more. AI can make those experiences even better, but it can't replace them. The best treasure hunts, they still involve adventure, ingenuity, and a little bit of luck.
I love that. So to all our treasure hunters out there, whether you're using AI or sticking with those tried and true methods, remember to embrace the adventure, respect history, and never lose that excitement for the hunt.
Well said.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I have one more story about how AI is being used to, unlock secrets from the past.
Oh, I'm always up for a good treasure tale. What do you have?
This one takes us to the ancient city of Pompeii, the one buried by that volcanic eruption back in 79 AD. For centuries, archaeologists have been carefully excavating the ruins, piecing together the story of this lost city.
Pompeii. This has got to be one of the most iconic archaeological sites in the world. What's AI's role in all of this?
Well, there's this team of researchers who are using AI to analyze a huge collection of ancient scrolls that were found in a nearby villa. These scrolls, they're known as the Herculaneum and Papyri, and they were pretty badly damaged in the eruption, which makes them super difficult to read.
So they're using AI to try and decipher these ancient texts. What kind of secrets are they hoping to find?
It's thought that the scrolls contain a ton of information about Roman life, philosophy, literature, maybe even lost works by famous authors. But for centuries, most of that knowledge has been locked away because of the condition of those scrolls.
And that's where AI comes in.
You got it. They're using AI algorithms to create these virtual reconstructions of the scrolls, digitally unrolling them and separating the layers of text.
That sounds like digital magic. And once they virtually unrolled them, can they actually read the text?
That's the amazing part. They're also using AI to develop these advanced imaging techniques that can see through the layers of ink and papyrus, revealing the writing underneath.
So it's like they've got AI-powered X-ray vision for ancient texts. That's incredible. What have they found so far?
The project's still in progress, but they've already made some pretty incredible discoveries. They've managed to decipher parts of texts that were unreadable before, uncovering new insights into Roman philosophy and literature.
Wow, it's like AI is giving us a direct line to the thoughts and ideas of people who lived almost 2,000 years ago.
I know, it's pretty amazing, right? And this is just one example of how AI is helping us unlock those secrets hidden in ancient writing. There are similar projects all over the world using AI to decode everything from Egyptian hieroglyphs to Mayan codices.
It's an incredible time to be a historian. It seems like AI is opening up a whole new chapter in our understanding of the past.
Absolutely. Who knows what other amazing discoveries are waiting for us as this AI technology keeps evolving?
Well, I'm definitely eager to find out. I know we have one more segment coming up, and I'm excited to hear what other insights you have to share. But before we get to that, I think it's worth taking a moment to just think about how far we've come in this exploration of AI and treasure hunting.
I agree. It's been quite a journey.
It really has. We've gone from AI analyzing old maps to virtual reconstructions of ancient cities and AI-powered robots doing excavations. And it's just amazing to think about the progress that's been made.
It's remarkable, isn't it? It really highlights the incredible speed of technological innovation and that endless human curiosity that drives us to explore and understand the world around us.
Well said. And on that note, I think we're ready for our final segment, where we'll explore some of the broader implications of all of this. We'll talk about ethics, the potential impact on society, and those exciting possibilities that are still ahead. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. We've explored sunken treasures, those lost cities, all through the lens of AI. But as we wrap up our deep dive, I think the big question is, what does this all mean? What are the long-term implications of AI changing how we understand and uncover the past?
That's a question that goes way beyond just, algorithms and data. It's about how technology and our shared human history intersect.
Exactly. Earlier, we talked about the ethical side of using AI in treasure hunting. There's always that risk of it being misused,
Yeah.
making it easier for looters to find and damage those vulnerable sites.
Absolutely. As AI gets more and more sophisticated, we need to be just as sophisticated in how we manage it. Think of it like like a powerful tool. A hammer can build a house, or it can cause harm. It all depends on whose hands it's in.
So it's not just about the technology, but about the framework we build around it, right? The rules, the ethical considerations, how we make sure it's used to protect history, not exploit it.
Exactly. It's going to take collaboration. Archaeologists, policymakers, even those treasure hunting communities, we all need to work together to create those clear guidelines and regulations for AI-assisted exploration.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Sure.
Encouraging those new discoveries while also making sure we're protecting our shared heritage for the future.
And it's a conversation we need to have now, not after the damage is already done. Being proactive is key.
Beyond just the ethical stuff, I'm also curious about, well, the social implications. Could AI actually make history more accessible, more engaging for everyone, not just a select few?
I think it absolutely could. Imagine if anyone, anywhere, could virtually explore those ancient ruins, interact with AI guides, maybe even take part in simulated digs.
It would be like, well, democratizing history, wouldn't it? Breaking down those barriers of location, cost, expertise.
Exactly. AI could create these personalized learning experiences tailored to your interests. Imagine an app where you scan, let's say, an old family photo, and AI connects it to historical records. Maybe it even uncovers a hidden part of your family's story.
That would be incredible. Suddenly, history wouldn't feel so distant, so textbooky. It would be personal, interactive, almost like a real-time treasure hunt.
And think about the economic potential. Small towns with, historical sites could use AI to create these immersive tourism experiences, attracting new visitors and giving their local economies a boost.
So it's not just about digging up the past. It's about building a future around it, using AI to connect with history in ways we never even imagined.
Well said. It's about using this technology responsibly, ethically, creatively to understand where we come from and to build a richer future.
This whole deep dive has been eye-opening. From those sunken treasures to deciphering ancient scrolls, AI is changing the game when it comes to exploring the past. But as we've talked about, we need to approach it thoughtfully, make sure it's used for everyone's benefit, not just a select few.
I totally agree. AI is a powerful tool, but it's up to us to guide how it's used. The future of treasure hunting, the future of history itself, is in our hands.
To everyone listening, what hidden parts of history are you curious about? What mysteries would you love to see AI help uncover? Share your thoughts, your dreams, your own treasure-seeking aspirations.
The world is full of these amazing hidden wonders just waiting to be found. And with AI as our partner, the thrill of discovery is just beginning.
That's a great way to wrap things up. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of AI and treasure hunting.
Well, folks, we hope you found today's video interesting and informative. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Also, think about sharing it with another treasure hunter. And if you're not already a subscriber, please take a moment to do so now. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, and remember, there's a treasure out there waiting for you to find it.